Welcome back to the Enfield Diaries, where today we're looking at the battery clamps. These are a little bit lashed up and I can't get the other one in here because it's too tight. So we need to make some thinner ones that not only hook on at the back but also allow a thread at the front to hold this bar. The bar that this car was using, you can see, is pretty crude and basic. Equally so, I have a very small space in which to get 2 bars. Unfortunately, I don't have any period parts to go from today because my orange car and my spares car are also missing them. You can see in the back here where the support has to attach to, and I've made this plywood template for a hook that will fit around there so that you can then have a thin bar pulling forward. The idea is we're going to cut this out of some 5mm steel and then attach it to a thinner strip that will then come forward and allow it to attach at the front end of the batteries. To go on the other end, I bought these M10 studs, which I'm going to weld on and use the nuts to give me the thread. I would use my plasma cutter all the time, but it's not cutting very well. So we've made this hook, we now need to try it. So these are the completed battery clamp parts. I had a battery failure yesterday, so I lost the film of me actually welding and grinding these, but these are the studs. You saw yesterday these were too long. I had to shorten one of these and re-weld this on. I also discovered that one of these wasn't very well welded on, so I had to re-weld it and make sure the penetration was good enough. I've tapered the sides just slightly so it will go in between the batteries, and I've made sure that the battery clamp bar will come right down to here, so there's plenty of travel so that the nut will come down as far as here, and there's still a bit more travel, and that's well within the battery confines. I did grind a little bit off the sides and a little bit off the fatter bit of the hook at the end, so it's as thin as I dare, and I've given it a coat of etch prime and a coat of gloss black. The original bumper bar was just a straight L shape, and it didn't really fit at the ends where I wanted to get the bolt to fit. So I've cut a small bit of air pipe tube and welded that onto it, so I've got a flat surface for the nut and the washer to actually sit on, so that when that's in the car it will sit like that and pull properly, rather than it pulling onto the L shape and not doing its job properly. So that should now pull happily backwards. These parts have dried overnight. I think we need to go and fit them to the car. So I should find that these parts will fit. So I can angle that through there, and that should quite nicely attach. I then need to move the battery at this end so there's enough space to get the second hook through. I can then lift the bar up at each end, put the bar on, put a washer on, and tighten them up. Right, so there we have the bar fitted. You can see each end is bolted in. It's quite secure. It's not going to move. Job done. So another fix on the Enfield Diaries. Do like and subscribe.